Hey everyone, thanks for coming back for another segment of the MCR Mac and Me. My name's TJ, and in this segment, we're going to talk about a situation that I would define as pretty messed up, and that's putting it uh, linguistically polite.
Seems
All
like we
right,
hear of it every day.
yeah. Uh, I believe this incident occurred last week. I'm not 100% certain of the exact date, but a children's choir by the name of Rushing Brook Children's Choir. Uh, they attempted to sing the national anthem in the Capitol and was interrupted and stopped by the Capitol Police. And first of all, a little bit of the backstory on this children's choir. The founder of this choir, he originally started the choir in Indianapolis, Indiana, and probably for spiritual reasons, I think I could say, he relocated to Greenville, South Carolina. And when I found that out, I did a little bit more looking into this guy and this group, and found out that he's affiliated with Bob Jones University. He was on the Bob Jones Academy, which is the high school. Okay, you have Bob Jones University for college, and the high school is Bob Jones Academy. And also, this Rushing Brook Children's Choir has performed at different events along with the Bob Jones University Symphonic Orchestra. Uh, and my niece she graduated now, but my niece was in that orchestra. So as I was looking into this children's choir, I began to see an interesting connection here, you know. And this is just a little bit of FYI to the group. It also has me wondering as to why they were treated the way they were, we'll say. As I had kind of already mentioned here's what happened. They went on a tour. And I guess at the end of the tour, it ends up in the rotunda. I've never been in the Capitol building.
I have.
So I guess it ended up in the rotunda. And to make sure everything was on the up and up, it is alleged that they had been pre-approved to perform the national anthem. And as they began singing the national anthem, Capitol Police came in mid-song, in mid-performance, and stopped them. Wouldn't even let them finish. Made them stop. I'll go into a rant, but Mac, thoughts so far?
Well, I have to. Was there a reason given?
Oh, yes,
they stopped the song?
Yes.
I mean, if they were pre-approved, the Capitol Police probably should have had a heads up on that. What did we used to call them? I forget what they're called. A daily note of things that are going to happen, an agenda, if you will.
Well, when it was all said and done, there was an apology for the miscommunication. But here's how the director says the exchange went. The director asks, "What's the problem?" It appears to have been a female Capitol police officer. She said, "We can't let you continue." I said, "Why not?" And she said, this is considered a demonstration, and we don't allow demonstrations in the Capitol. Singing
unless
the national
they're
anthem,
leftist demonstrations.
I think of all the crazy excrement they put up with inside that building, and you got a children's choir that stopped in mid-song from performing the national anthem.
How is it a demonstration? A demonstration of their ability to sing, perhaps. I guess I'll go with that, but I mean,
you could say it was a patriotic demonstration, but so what?
Yeah. Why is our government so anti-America?
Well, the conversation continues. The director says this is not a demonstration. This is simply a group of children singing the national anthem. And she said, well, it's considered a demonstration. We can't allow you to continue. And And the director rhetorically asks, "Are you telling me the children can't sing the national anthem in their own capital?" Police officer responds with, "That's right." He also, and then the director paraphrased, because I guess he doesn't have the exact quote, but he paraphrased saying that the Capitol police officer referenced how their singing might offend or be offensive to some. You know, the national anthem.
But I'll bet if she was
sing the national anthem because it might offend somebody.
If she were singing the gay pride anthem, and I don't know if there is such a thing, I wouldn't be surprised if there was. If they were singing that, I imagine that would have just been fine. And if you and I were there and we were offended, tough shit.
Well, when I first heard about it, I thought, man, that's messed up. But then as I began reading about this, I found myself starting to get fired up.
It's just another red flag up the pole telling you where we're going. And, channels like ours, and there are a gazillion of them, but us in particular, we're ringing the warning bell, people, and I hope you're listening.
Eventually, Kevin McCarthy did find out about this. Oh, and speaking of Kevin McCarthy, before they performed, a call went to his office to make sure it was okay. And, it doesn't sound like they spoke to McCarthy, but one of his staff members.
Right.
And the staff member said, "Yeah, you're good. Go ahead." Okay. So after this all happened, oh, and by the way, the kids went home. Okay. The kids went home, back to South Carolina, I guess. But Kevin McCarthy found out about it and then tweeted, "Just learned kids were interrupted while singing our national anthem at the Capitol. Unacceptable. These children were welcomed by my office because your Capitol is back open, particularly for school groups." And this is why I assume they went home. He goes, "And I look forward to having them back to perform in the halls of Congress." So I don't know, how easy can you just get on a bus and go back up there and sing the national anthem? You tell me. But
well, you know what? I'm sure someone will fund the trip.
You know what? I sure hope so.
I'll throw some bucks in.
I sure hope so. And at the very beginning, when I mentioned how they performed with Bob Jones's symphonic orchestra, I got to tell you, that's no rinky-dink operation there. That's first-rate classic music.
If they were the Bob Smith University choir, might it have been different? Bob Jones has got a reputation of being a racist, terrible place, blah, blah, blah. Whether it is or not, I haven't been there. I know someone who has. They can tell me. But, hey.
For what it's worth, I did attend there for 2 years, though I did not graduate from there. As I read more and more about this, I had to wonder if that wasn't part of the reason as to go away, So that's all I got for this one. Hopefully they do go back and perform and do well. I'm sure they will. So that's all I got for this one. Just the latest of the left mucking it up for people,
they're miserable people, and they like to make everyone else miserable people. This is another example of it.
So that's all I got. That's it for this one. Thanks everyone for your support. We'll catch you in the next one. And as we always end with, be safe, watch your six, and don't tread on me.